Alright, good morning. Let's see if this works. Let me know if you can hear it. Um, Here we go. There we go. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. Cool. Alright, I think that's better. We're going to find out. If you can hear me, give me a comment and let me know that this is working okay. You know that the audio is coming through okay. It was getting scratchy on me a second ago, which doesn't usually happen. See how that works. Hey, ba-da-bee. Wait until some people get in here. Bop, bop. Make sure we have this side of it. Should be able to. It's loading. Okay. Well, good morning, all. Hope everyone's doing okay. We're gonna go over three chords this morning. Nice and easy here. Making sure that I have it on my phone here. For some reason, I'm not seeing. There we go. There's one. Okay. All right. Let's see if we have that here. Awesome. Cool. So we're gonna do. We're gonna just learn three chords today. Really, really simple chords. Kind of the building blocks of the instrument. So if you have your guitar or you have a ukulele, I know we have a couple people that have ukuleles today. We're going to work on three chords: the C chord, or the D major chord, the C major chord, and the G major chord. Each one pretty simple, all the way up here at the top of the neck. And take your time. We're going to go kind of slow just to make sure everyone has a moment to get it and grasp it. And we're going to start. Let's start with the D major chord. So the D major chord, you're only going to play 4 strings. You're going to play this one, the D string, then the G string, the B string, and the E string. So you're not going to play these top 2 strings for this chord. So if you want, strum those 4 strings. See how that feels. Very good. If you're on a ukulele, strum all 4 of your strings. This is going to work very similarly. So, first note you're going to do, your first finger, your pointer finger, your index finger. You're going to go 2nd fret on the G string. So once again, first finger, 2nd fret on the G string. Okay? And then your 3rd finger, your ring finger, is going to go on the 3rd fret of the B string. So now you have these 2 notes. Your first finger on the 2nd fret and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. Okay? And then we're going to have our middle finger creep in on the 2nd fret of the high E string. Okay, so once again, we have an open string, and then 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E string. And we just play those 4 strings like this. So some common things you might run into, you might hear that sound. And that means you're not pushing down putting enough pressure down on the string to hold it down. The other thing you might hear is if you hit this little metal fret, it will sound kind of muted. So try to make sure you're hitting them all. Not quite on the metal piece, but just behind it. Okay, and that's the D chord. Pretty easy. Now remember, we're not hitting these 2 strings. We're only going to hit the top, what I call the top 4 strings. You might call the bottom 4 strings. Okay? So that's the D chord. And that's my dog. Next up is the C chord. So the C chord's going to be, I would say the C chord's probably the hardest chord that we're going to do today, just because of the stretch. So what you do, this is going to be a full, all 6, well, we'll do 5 strings. So you won't hit the low string. But we're going to start with our 3rd finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And that note is C. And then we're going to put our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the next string, which is the D string. So now you have these 2 notes. It's nice. Then we play the open G string. Nice and easy. And then we add on that our 1st finger, which is going to be on the 1st fret of the B string. Okay? And this is kind of tough because we don't want to hit the other strings around it. We just want to hit this one. So when we strum the whole thing, and that's a C chord, C major chord. Once again, if you're on a ukulele, you're only worrying about the 4 bottom strings. You're not worried about these 2. You're only going to worry about these ones. So for you, it's a middle finger on the top string, 2nd fret, and your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. But if you're playing guitar, you get that low string. So, just a quick little review. We have a D chord. Remember, D chord's this one. See if you can get back to it. 1st finger, 2nd fret of the G string. 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the B string. Middle finger, 2nd fret of the high E string. Get 4 strums of that. And then the C chord, remember? So now we take our 1st finger back, we bring our 2nd finger up, and our 3rd finger up. There you go, 2 chords down. We got 1 more. So the last chord we're going to learn today is the G major chord. And the G major chord is going to use all the strings. It's a big, big chord. Okay, it's kind of a guitar player, like very exciting thing for a guitar player to play a big, loud chord. We're going to do this G. So it's going to take all 4 fingers, and you're going to start with your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and then you're going to put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, you're going to play the open D string, no finger needed, the open G string, no finger needed, and the open B string, no finger needed. And then you're going to bring your 3rd finger all the way down to the very bottom on the 3rd fret. And you'll strum them all. Yeah. So what you'll notice, I'm trying to keep my thumb behind my middle finger, if you can see that, whenever I'm playing these chords, any of these chords. I found that that's a great place for your thumb to be. It kind of opens your hand up, makes it a little more comfortable for you. So if you feel any pain, if you feel like this hurts at all, shake your hand out, take your time. There's no rush. You're learning something very new. But we have a G chord, and we have a C chord, and then we have a D chord, and then we're back to a G chord. And they kind of feel like they go together. It kind of feels like one leads to another. What's the next note? See how they kind of lead into one another. And we're going to learn a song today for these, that you can use these right now. It's going to be awesome. And it's a simple one. You already know it. It's Happy Birthday. If you remember Happy Birthday, say, happy birthday to you. Go to the D chord, and then happy birthday, and then back to the G chord, to you. This is a fun part. We go up G and then C. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Then D and G. Happy birthday to you. Okay? So let's try it. Let's see if we can do it together. Ready? See you go. 1, 2, and 3. To the D, and then D back to G. Back to G. This is going to go G and then C. And then D. And then back to G. Yeah. So that's your song, and those are your chords. If anyone has any questions, I would love to answer them. If you don't have any questions, we can just keep playing chords. This is a quick video. I just wanted to share those 3 and intro. If you want to hear it on ukulele, a ukulele is actually going to sound way up here. It should sound something like that. So the same goes if you're singing Happy Birthday. So hopefully that helps. That's really all I had for you, was these 3 chords and a little song. I want to say thank you real quick to Amanda and Juju for having me for Hope for Tomorrow. I'm really excited to partner with you guys this week. And I know that there's a lot of other stuff coming up. I know there's a dance class coming soon, which I am stoked for. And I will be privy to that when that comes out. And yeah, there's a tip link up top in the description if you feel so inclined. If you don't, no sweat. I'm happy to be able to share anything with you. So I think that's it. Y'all have a wonderful day, and if you need anything else, feel free to reach out. See ya.